Triple H. Maybe not. Time to play the game. No, don't be so.
No, I was back there fixing. I tripped over a cord. Apparently, it knocked out the speakers.
Yeah, that's you. Don't take blame. No.
I had to fix that.
Hey, we want to let you know the reason why the speakers aren't working is because these people are all so damn loud. Can't hear us again. Listen to this.
We want speakers. They want speakers.
We want speakers too.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We definitely do.
It's not just about having speakers, it's about having speakers that work. That's
Bingo.
Can you guys hear anything at all out there?
But they responded to you.
Anyways, Mr. H.
This is punishment for years of the what chant. Like now you legitimately have a reason to say what.
Mr. H, WWE World has seemingly been a smashing success aside from the speakers for these people to be able to hear us. But whenever you think about this WrestleMania, it feels like it's been billed as the biggest and greatest of all time, living up to the hype thus far. The coverage has been absurd. The Rock and Roman is going to be the biggest tag team match of all time against Seth and Cody. How did we get here? And how pumped are you that this is where the state of the WWE is right now?
I'm incredibly excited about it. How did we get here? A lot of hard work from a lot of people.
Spit the water. Spit the water.
Here we go. Yeah.
Hey, don't spit on the speakers.
They might break.
Content officer, you got any other non-sound things that we can do for about 2 hours and 40?
Get the sucker cam going.
That summarizes my career. I was able to spit water, and I still can. I've still got it.
I think I had a chance to be at a boxing match with you, and you said a lot of hard work before they cut you off, and you're right. I mean, the WWE superstars, the crew, the production, I am so lucky to get to see it day in, day out to build to this point. I got a chance to walk with you during, I forget whose boxing match it was, at Madison Square Garden. One of the first times I think we've ever really met or hung out. And I was walking behind you, and people were screaming your name in like 7 different languages. Legit. WWE has become such a global phenomenon. How do you continue to build it and like not lose anybody's interest? Because obviously these fans, I don't know if they're all from Philly, but like the area. But then like internationally, what WrestleMania is about to do is absurd as well. How do you focus on all that shit?
Man, to me, it comes down to simple fact of storytelling. If you tell a good story, they will come, right? If we give good creative, you know, the talent are amazing. And I will put this locker room up against any locker room in history or anything else from top to bottom. The athletes are incredible. You know, their dedication to this, their passion for it, their desire to make the show big all the way around, right? There's a massive team that does it, but at the end of the day, it just comes down to the storytelling and what we can do. If we tell great stories, if the talent tell great stories in general and then in the ring and we deliver that, they will come.
Yeah, hell yeah, and they have, and they will, bigger than they ever have. And speaking of stories, would have been cool to see Rock and Roman. Connor's got a question.
Yeah, it would have been incredible. We were all hoping for that. But, every, generation, you mentioned it, the stories are told. There's different eras. And right now, people are kind of having that debate. Like, what era is this? Some people say the Triple H era. Some people say the Global era. Obviously, the Bloodline era. To you, do you think this era has that staple yet? Or do you think there's still more to be told in this time of the WWE?
Man, I think it'll organically find its way to whatever people want to call it when it's getting into it and fully get into it. The reason I don't think it's got a clear name yet is because we're not into it yet, right? Like, to me, and I was there the Attitude Era, I was there for all of it. We didn't call it the Attitude Era while it was happening. That sort of came later, but you could feel this groundswell happening. Right now, you can feel this groundswell happening. I don't feel like we're in the thick of an era. I feel like the next couple of days, this is the launching pad of that era. We're just getting started, dude. Like, we are right now at the beginning of it. It's about to explode, and you haven't seen anything yet. This place is about to be on fire in a way that has never been on fire before.
That's awesome. Oh, that is awesome to hear. I love to hear the passion. If they heard that, they'd be pumped too. Cole's got a question.
Trips, you and I both had the honor to be a part of the Attitude Era. And I've been meaning to ask you this for a long time. What do you think is the difference right now between that era, which was a massive boon for this company, and today's era?
In some way then, we were fighting for our lives, right? So when the Attitude Era was first coming to be, it was literally us fighting for our lives. There was a company that was out there that had more money, that was doing big things, that was kicking our ass in a way, and we wouldn't let them, right? We all, when they were, I can remember a distinct moment in time. I had just wrestled Austin, was on the build to WrestleMania. We were in Chicago at what was called the Rosemont Horizon at that time. I had just wrestled Austin. The week or 2 weeks before, they had been at the United Center. 6 of the top 10 guys didn't show up for their show at the United Center. Goldberg wrestled the Giant. It went like 38 seconds. Giant came out smoking a cigarette, put it out, right? Like, Goldberg jackhammered him, whatever. Austin and I were in the main event at Rosemont Horizon. We went 45 minutes and gave them a pay-per-view, right? Our storytelling was better, all this stuff. So there's a moment where you feel that build, but we were building up against something. Right now, we're up against ourselves. We're up against the Attitude Era. We're up against the Ruthless Aggression Era, whatever you want to call it. The best of the absolute best of WWE. That's what we're working against. And these talent, they're hungry. They're excited for it. My job now is to not make anybody as successful as it gets, is to not get complacent. You got to keep that fire. You got to keep that passion, because if you don't, it goes away. You've got to approach every day like it's day one and go all out and make it work. And that's just how it works. If we can do that, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Hey, you saying that we're in a competition against ourselves is certainly going to be, come on. Up and to the right, baby. Up and to the right. Yeah. That ain't our fault. That ain't your fault.
Not saying anything to be controversial. I'm spitting facts, right?
Bingo.
Yeah. Town's got a question for you.
Yeah, Mr. H, we were in Vegas for Super Bowl week. We were there for the press conference with the slap heard around the world. And the entire time I was sitting there and watching it, and I saw the slap, and you were on the stage, and they just said it. And I'm looking at you right now. We all know that you still have it. Don't you think it's a little overdue for you to slap someone in the mouth?
I don't want to slap anybody in the mouth anymore, because usually when you slap them, there's a slap coming back at you. Right now, it's a funny thing about doing this now, and I used to say it when I was running NXT, right? There's something, I've always enjoyed that backside of the business. I've always enjoyed the behind the scenes aspect, the creative and all that other stuff. Competing in it was fun, doing all that stuff was amazing, but I almost enjoyed this side more, right? Helping these guys and girls, watching them go out there and succeed, watching them take something that they love and is a passion of theirs and go beyond their wildest dreams and getting what they want. To me, that's more exciting than the physical aspect of it. As much as I enjoyed that, as much as I love the sold out crowds and that adrenaline, Rock goes out there all the time and does the goosebump thing.
You think he just always has goosebumps? I've been wondering about that.
I think it's just his skin.
Yeah.
He should.
Papa Tui.
Yeah,
He's got
awesome.
a skincare line. I hope it doesn't do that
Papa
to everybody.
Tui. No, I'm hoping I get goosebumps.
But you know, that when you're out in front of 80,000 people or whatever it is, you can't help but get that feeling. To me, I sit in the back now. I'm not out there for every minute of it and getting that moment, but the excitement level is just as high. I get the goosebumps. I'll get goosebumps watching him get goosebumps. I'll get goosebumps when that main event goes down and that tag match happens, or any of the matches that night. Man, to me, it's as emotional as anything I've ever done in my career. It really is. Sounds cliched, but it's like watching your kids do stuff you're proud of as opposed to you doing it. It's almost even more meaningful. So, you know, I know there's a lot of banter around, people's love for things or their love for the business or whatever. 24/7 from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, 24/7, right? This grind, what we're doing this week, you look at what we're doing this week, there is no company on this planet doing the amount of live content we are doing, selling the tickets we're doing over this shorter period of time. No one on the planet, I don't give a shit about what it is, what profession it is, what sport it is, what entertainment it is. There's nobody doing it, right? You only do that with a level of passion that everybody else that says, no, I'm passionate about this, I love it, they don't even understand the term. That's the truth. They don't even understand the term.
So, whatever you think about...
They've got speakers.
Hey, to the time in which we had no sound for this audience, we got 2 words for you. Fuck it! Yeah, I love that. Okay, can you hear us?
We did it.
We did it.
Somebody ran over to Best Buy. We are back in business.
Big shout out to the Philadelphia Union coming through here. Union workers.
No, they boo them. They just fix it for them, and they're already getting booed.
Well, I assume there's probably some preconceived notions about how this all went down from some people. But hey, I come from Pittsburgh. Believe me, I very much understand the entire process of the entire thing. You talked about, you enjoy the booking aspect of it and feeling like that. I know whenever you go out there, you'll cut a promo in front of some of these crowds, and you hear the people. And I'll see you get jacked up a little bit. You start doing the whole thing. With what happened to you, are you able to potentially, are you still working out as hard, or do you still have the?
Yeah, I still train, I still do all that.
So
Look,
if the story called for it, you could potentially get back in the ring.
No, I don't think I would. I don't think so. Yeah,
Physically, I'm not saying mentally. I'm saying physically.
No, I don't think I should be out there taking bumps around. Look, I've got a jump starter, right? So that's all good. That's a backup system if anything goes bad in your life, which could happen to anybody at any given time.
Hey, man, especially nowadays.
Right? Yeah. So I got a backup system. You don't want to unplug the wires.
No, yeah, and that would be.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's always my thought. Because I'll see you, and you see me say to you every time I hit him, and I'm like, hey, you look. Are we getting Mania season? Are we getting ready for that? And then in the back of my head, I'm like, asshole, he probably can't even do that every time I ask you.
Look, it's funny because sometimes people will say that and they'll be like, oh man, I'm sorry, I forgot you can't, right? I'm totally good with that. I wrote it till the wheels fell off, almost literally. I'm great with that. And I was at a place where I should have been retiring anyways. I was in a place in my mind where I wanted to be done with it. The last year that right before this all happened, I had been asked to go to WrestleMania 2 days. I need you. Hey, you can work with anybody you want. And I had said, I don't think I want to do it. And I was, please think about it. Let's just do it. Please think about it. And I had thought about it and was going to go back and say, I'm not doing it. And then I had to not do it. So I was already there. I'm good with it. I have 0 regrets.
They want to kill you.
Yeah,
No, that's forever. The thing. I'm not sure if I'm flattered or threatened.
Ty's got a question for you.
Yeah, Triple H, despite what anyone may say, the best talent in the world is in the WWE, and it's been that way for a really long time. And you talk about the 24/7 aspect of your job. How do you maintain just everything you have going on in-house and the current superstars on the roster, and also looking at like talent acquisition and finding the next Cody Rhodes or some of these other guys? Like how do you split that how do you be where your feet are essentially while also looking out for the future of the business?
That's the trick, right? It's the trick in all of this. I say for me as well, like, married, 3 kids, I want to spend time with them. People ask me all the time, work-life balance. It's bullshit. There isn't work-life balance. There is none. You do the best you can. Be present where you are. If there are things that I used to be on top of all the time, I would keep track of everybody that was everywhere that was in this business working, right? I don't have time to do that anymore. I have people that do that. People like William Regal and different folks that are out there that I get reports on everybody. I know who's out there. I know how good they are. I know what their potential is. I see what's out there. I see what's don't. And I don't subscribe to the, oh, well, this guy says they're good, that guy says they're good. I have to see it and feel it, right? I have people that I trust. It's just keeping track of who's out there, how good they are, and what you think they can do. And because they succeed someplace else doesn't mean they'll succeed at the big time. How many players go from college football at a high level and fail in the NFL? It's massive, right? It's a different game. It's a different world. If they're not here to be all in on this, like when I see people that come out of, trying to make it, and then they pick the job where they go, well, they work less, the schedule's lighter. All right, then I'm glad I didn't get you.
Okay.
Because if you're not in it for the grind, at that point early in your career, you have no business being here.
Okay, so when I was in the league, I would come to every event that you guys had. And I got hooked up with somebody at the WWE, I forget who it was, and they sent me a DVD about becoming a superstar. It was like a recruiting DVD, I think, for people that would get sent out there.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's what a superstar is, and kind of laid out what it is. Here's the steps you could take if you want to become a WWE superstar. In your eyes, what does it take to succeed at the WWE? Because there is people who have had success that might have 3 initials, that these people were just chanting moments ago. It's like, what do you think in the WWE it takes to be successful? Why do some people go, and why do some people not, you think, in the WWE?
So, in a lot of ways, like I always say, charisma is king. And that's the truth in this business. I can make a long list of people that were not at the upper echelon of the athletics that were massive stars in this industry, right? Charisma is king. The athleticism is one thing. So when we're recruiting, especially now as we're recruiting through NIL program and college athletes all around the globe that have a passion to come in and do this, they're all amazing athletes, right? You find out which ones are the better ones for what we do, but then charisma is king. Leadership is king. When we go to these tryouts and they're going through the 3-day stuff, we wear them out, and then we look to see when you're exhausted, your true personality shows, right? When you're on your last breath, your true personality shows. I want to see who's a leader. I want to see who picks the guy up next to him and goes, come on, dude, suck it up. We can do this. Let's go, right? As much as this is an individual effort, this is a team effort, right? We're all here to put on the greatest show for them in the world, from top to bottom. So they've all got to work together to make that happen. It's not one person's gig.
Last question for me. I know you're very busy, and I think they can hear us. You can hear us, though? You guys should have heard the first half of the conversation. He was killing it.
Unbelievable.
First half, he was killing it.
Breaking all over.
The first half was way better.
No. It's about to be the best. It's about to be the best right now. On Monday, when we are live here from WWE World, and hopefully we don't even have to state the obvious by Monday.
Yep.
Numerous days until then. What do you think the overall feeling will be of the WWE universe and of us coming off the biggest WrestleMania link? Like, what do you think the feeling Monday morning is going to be from the WWE universe?
I'm hoping it's holy shit, that was the greatest thing ever.
Okay. Greatest thing ever, just in general, the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I want people to leave here and think, look, people are going to nitpick everything, right? It's just the way it is. And they're going to have their moments that they love. They're going to have their moments that they didn't like, whatever. They're all going to analyze the booking and the finishes and the everything that we do. They're going to overanalyze all of it. You said it earlier about even like Roman and Rock. People always go like, oh, we should have got that. They should have done this. They should have done, like, it doesn't end. You know what happens at like 11 p.m. on Sunday night when WrestleMania is over? The second night of WrestleMania is over, and we all do that. Someone hands me the sheets for Raw the next night, and I start looking at that show and we've already been looking at it, but like the story continues. When you get to the end of the best chapter in the book that you've ever read, you flip the page and there's a whole new chapter, or there's a whole new volume. They're only mistakes if that's the end, right? But it's never the end. It's never the end. The story continues, so we're going to pick it up wherever we are, and we're going to move forward. Hell yeah. And I promise you this, between WrestleMania 40 and WrestleMania 41, we're going to come up with the best thing ever to blow your mind and make you go like, oh my God, this is better than 40 was.
Let's go.
Boom.
We're lucky to be in the Triple H era right now, if that's what people are going to call it. I'm not saying they're calling it that. But if it is called that, we're very lucky to be a part of it. Thank you for having us. And I just heard that Sundays end at 11 p.m. Is that what you heard too?
Yeah, 11 p.m.
Yeah, me and Cole heard that. Yeah, we heard that.
Or so.
Yeah, or so.